even know where the safety is?
Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm back and we are going to react to a scene from my favorite movie called Novocaine. What I really like about this movie is how its concept is the one I haven't seen in a very long time, but yet they managed to pull it off nice and smooth. So let us check it out and maybe break it down to our knowledge, and in the end, I really believe we will learn something new about the storytelling. Let us go. My name is Vic, and this is Funny Production.
Do you, even know where the safety is?
Hey, wait!
I really like how in movies this trick is always used. I really think there is two methods in which you can tell a story. There is what I call the full method, like where if the person is running, you show his or her full shot, running is a clear action, understandable, a full storytelling. And it is also what I call, the element terms I gave to them, a hinted storytelling, like one they use right here. Like for example, if someone is cooking, they don't show you his shot, like, or her shot cooking. They show you only his hand, while for example he's holding the pan, and you, the audience, will understand what he or she is doing. And this is the one they use right here. And I really like it. They could have showed us, the shot in the hallway of this actor running, but they chose to give us his, and it made us walk toward the result, and that is rewarding, and it makes this film more amazing, interesting, and more enjoyable. Let us keep watching and advertising tricks they used. Let us go. You know, something they did right here elevated this fall, even if I can't say it wasn't like that hard, but how they did it, it was like a static shot, sort of a static shot, and this actor was in the flame, and how they pulled him out of the flame, and we saw it like he had a very high velocity, falling down, but in real, maybe it wasn't like that hard of a fall, but the shot, the angle, elevates, how your story is extreme or not. So always remember, it has to be on the top of your mind. You can have a great story, great actors, great props, great stunts, but it all comes down to the angles you use while you shot them. Some angles mess up the stunts, and other angles complement them. So always in your pre-production meeting, always remember to put time aside for angles and talk it with the cinematographer and the overall team. This time the angle they chose is perfect for elevating this fall and making it enjoyable. Let us keep watching.
I want to fight, okay? I'm not that guy. I just want to...
I'm always talking about this, and I already have given it a name. It is called the action reaction shot. This is the shot I really will use mostly in my work. So let's talk about this scene right here. The action is this actor shooting, our main character, and the reaction is how they showed him like dodging to the side. And this thing, makes our scene or our shot or our story makes it very interesting and enjoyable. Like basically, it is like We are not following like a proper timeline because if they showed us the actor shooting, in order to show us the reaction, they had to go a bit back in the timeline and make the time back. The story is going a bit backward, but it is good and it is enjoyable and it makes our shot, our film, our masterpiece more enjoyable. Always try this technique in your project. Film the action, but also film the reaction. And when you film them, let action be over and go a little backward. Also start with a reaction and let it go forward. It will make your art or your project more enjoyable. And if you do it, remember to let me know. I promise you, here at Funny Production, we will react to it even if it is all night long. Let us get going.
Move!
You're fucking dead, you know that?
Hey, just tell me, please.
And you always say this. No one ever films an action shot on a tripod. Some will do, but if you are like me, you are a beginner and you don't know that much or does not have that much of experience. First start with a bit of movement in your shot because where there is action, there is movement. The movement elevates the action and allows you to tell the story. And maybe when you have a lot of experience, try and experiment with static shots filming the action scenes part. Basically, the action scene is sweet and enjoyable when you film it with a bit of movement. You know, use a gimbal, everything instead of the static shot. If you are a beginner and you film the action scene on a static shot, that scene will not be that enjoyable. But if you have a lot of experience doing this, experiment. And maybe if you find a way, let me know. I'm always available. Comment, there are a few comments so that I read there. What do you think? Let us keep watching.
Ooh, okay, so those are definitely third degree, so you're gonna want to run it under some cool.
Now they are still using that technique I talked about, the action reaction technique. Always put it on the top of your head. And for you, do not forget it. Give it your own name and let me know what you named it. If we write the nickname, let us keep watching.
Okay, wait, hold on.
They also use that shot I talked about. That shot which elevates the movement. They should have gone like to the side and show that both the actor and the one is pulling, in the shot and the action will be seen. But I really think as I see it, the shot, I'm imagining it. It won't be that interesting. But right here, they filmed the actor like in a close-up shot. And when they pulled him out of the film, the shot was much more elevated. Also try this technique in your project. It is good and I highly recommend it. Let us keep watching.
Look, I still feel like we can get what we want here. Ah! Oh, you're strong! Ooh, I am so sorry. Hey, last chance. Tell me where she is.
Eat shit.
Okay, okay.
Like, do you see this? Every time this actor is going to pick something to draw, they are shooting him picking up something in the shot without showing his whole body. don't know why. I don't even know if this is a technique, but I'm enjoying it and it is elevating the storytelling. Maybe sometimes you watch a specific movie because the actor, but it is not always to watch a whole movie seeing only actors. Sometimes give the audience a break. Let them see some objects, not the subject. It can be a bit more interesting and enjoyable. Try that. Think outside the box. Let us keep watching. Did you see this shot? This shot was sick, as they kept smashing into the object, and as the basic one was following the camera with the action. That was the first elevation, but in order to elevate that a bit more, they just also rotate the camera a bit as they make that movement and made this shot very good, but came at a very big price. I can really tell that this shot was very hard to execute for the camera operator, but in the end, the effort paid out. Also try this trick, I'm begging you, and when you do that, tell me and I will react to it. Let us keep watching.
You don't have like a gluten thing, do you?
You see how to elevate suspense. First of all, add music. Whatever shot you choose to do, don't only focus on the actor, focus on also the hint of what is going to happen next, and also adding slide, zoom in, and zoom out. That is how to make suspense, and that is what they exactly did in these last few seconds. And the suspense is already there. My legs are shaking. Let us keep watching. I really think we'll end this scene here, but you did see it. See, it was the action and reaction shot. And as you already know, when you react to something, you compliment two people who worked an extra mile to make the art you are watching more interesting. And those two people today, the first one is the cinematographer. I've been complimenting how this sequence was shot. It was shot in a sweet way. That is the first person I'm complimenting. And the second person I'm complimenting today. And the second person I'm complimenting today is the editor. This sequence was shot great, but if the editor hadn't done an extra job making it sweet, it would not be this interesting. Then I complimented two people, the cinematographer and the editor of this sequence. And as you already know, please subscribe to my channel, and I created a Discord server where we talk about all sorts of things. Please also join me. The link is in the description. Until next time, stay safe. Peace. My name is Z and this is Valley Production.